Yeah, I think what's important when you profile Maritzburg is first you have to know the unpredictability of the team, particularly because of the coach's profile. Ernst Milanov is one coach that is extremely unpredictable and prepares for every opponent with astuteness and attention to detail. And even with whatever happens, at the beginning of the match, there is a clear understanding that there could be structural changes, formational changes, or even positional changes coming into the second half. So that is always the basis of our analysis when we have to prepare for a team that Coach Middendorp has, because he's probably one of the most tactically versatile coaches in the league. And obviously that becomes the starting point for the analysis. The second very important thing is when you analyze them you then go into the data, because even with positional or structural or formational changes, there's still very key patterns that take place, and particularly with their schemes. There's a clear way of trying to press from the top, and we saw that against Swallows, we saw that against Pirates, with Rulani. Ali Meza, of course, now is injured, but Meza was very important for them against Pirates, and then the influence of Kutumela playing as a second striker to try to create a two-man high pressing structure that is supported by the ball side winger. And then the scheme of the build-up, which is very clear that in certain moments they want to build, but in certain moments they want to overload and then play to the underloaded side. And they've done that very, very well, because they've got different ways of coming out from the back, and Engelhardt is very important for that, and he gives very, very important clues for them to be able to read whether the midfielders should come a little bit closer to link the build-up, or to step up a little bit higher to win second balls, particularly from the left-hand side. So we have to be very careful of that overload. And then it's about the data. The numbers suggest, of course, one is very dangerous on transitions. 80% of their goals come from offensive transitions, and like you would expect, because the PSL is a very transitional league, and some of the important and some of the big chances. Four goals conceded from defensive throw-ins in situations that occur in the opposition half, and try to see those possibilities. And of course, you know that they average 1.3 goals per match, so we know it's a game where we're going to create chances. Not always very easy to create chances, but it's a game we know we're going to create chances, and particularly from the offensive structure that they have during build-up, gives you possibilities to, if you control those moments, gives you possibilities to try to manipulate the situation and exploit the chances that you can get from their offensive structure when you regain the ball. So it's very important that you are clear in your understanding that your defending will influence, in particular, your attack, and the structure that they have in their attacking schemes, particularly from goal kicks, is the structure where you know where your chances will then come from. So tactically well coached side, with again very good patterns of play, and some of the data suggests that it's going to be a very difficult game for us, and we know that because they've got very good transitions, as I say, and even possibilities from long throws from Ray, long throws from Morgan, and those are some of the things we have to control. Well, the scenario is very clear. We work just on our cycles. We work based on 5-game blocks, and in this block we are extremely unhappy about the number of points we've picked up, and we go into the last game of this block knowing that we've got to improve this cycle of games and pick up more points so that we get closer to the possibilities of achieving the target that we've set for ourselves. So what's critical is for us to have a narrow focus, to zoom in on the goals and the targets that we've set for ourselves, and not to be obstructed by this artificial log table, because the log table at this moment in time does not reflect a situation where everybody has played the same number of games. We have to focus on our cycles. We have to focus on the targets we've set for ourselves in each cycle, and be consistent with that. And once you are consistent with that, you are then able to bring your perspective back into reality, and understanding that the next game is the most important game, and for us, Maritzburg now becomes the most important game, and also very important, because in this cycle we've only picked up 5 points, and 5 points in 4 games in this cycle for us is not good enough, and we've got to try to improve that situation. And that's where we are not on Pirates, and that result is merely 1 game out of 30. That game and that result is merely just a reflection of where we are and the contribution towards trying to pick up as many points in this cycle. And then hopefully we can now move to Maritzburg to complete the cycle and make sure that we get enough points to put ourselves in a good position to finish off this block of this 5th block, and the 5 games within the 5th block.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.